On today's episode of on today's segment of Access Poetry, we're here with the esteemed Emily Dickinson, and she's here to talk about her poem, They Shut Me Up in Prose. Emily, can you tell us about that?
Well, as a child, it was very hard growing up because of the isolation I had as a woman. And this poem is much about my removal from society and how people just didn't understand the kind of isolation I went through. Since I'm a woman who actually thought and could comprehend the sort of literature that I did in my time, it was very hard.
And I heard you brought a copy of this poem.
Yes, if you don't mind, I'd like to read it, actually. They shut me up in prose, as when a little girl they put me in the closet because they liked me still. Still, could themselves have peeped and seen my brain go round, they might as wise have lodged a bird for treason in the pound. Himself has but to will, and easy as a star, look down upon captivity, and laugh. No more have I.
Nice poem, Emily. We would like to know, how was your life growing up?
Well, I was a very unusual woman for my time. I was educated, and I was women back then they didn't go to get an education because they were removed from society as I was. But I was born in 1830 in Amherst, Massachusetts. But I was very antisocial. This has inspired me to write many of my poetry because I never expected them to be read. I simply did it because I felt that my emotions on the inside needed to be outside as well.
That's Emily Dickinson, and we'll be with Sylvia Plath after the commercial break.
I am so sorry. I didn't. Damn it, Maryland, we don't belong in the city. No matter how hard we're gonna try to hide it, we're always gonna be farm people.
Don't understand. Never understand.
Mark, we all have our problems, okay?
How now, brown cow? How now, brown?
Not like you. I'll never be like you.
Welcome back to Access Poetry. Today we have Sylvia Plath. Sylvia?
Hi.
Do you have a poem for us?
Yeah?
Are you gonna read it for us?
Lady Lazarus, by me, Sylvia Plath. Dying is an art like everything else. I do it exceptionally well. I do it so it feels like hell. I do it so it feels real. I guess you could say I've a call. It's easy enough to do it in the cell. Do it in the cell. It's easy enough to do it and stay put. It's the theatrical. Come back in broad day. to the same place, the same face, the same brute. Amused, shout, miracle. That knocks me out. This is a charge. For the eyeing of my scars, there is a charge. For the hearing of my heart, it really goes. And there is charge, a very large charge. For a word or a touch, or a bit of blood, or a piece of my hair or my clothes. So, Herr Doctor, so, Herr Enemy, I am your opus. I am your valuable, the pure gold baby that melts to a shriek. I turn and burn. Do not think I underestimate your great concern. We're right there. Ash. You poke and stir. Flesh, bone, there is nothing there. Ever. The cake of soap, a wedding ring, a gold filling like in your mouth. Herr God, Herr Lucifer, the devil. Beware. Out of the ash, arise with my red hair. I dyed it purple yesterday. And I eat men like the air because I like eating men.
What was your reason for writing that?
Because I really wanted to die. Really bad. I wanted to kill myself.
Man. We're gonna take another commercial. So today's guest is Adrienne Rich, and she's here to read her poem. Adrienne?
I don't have to do anything, because I'm a woman, and I'm strong. But I will read my poem, because it's a good one. Aunt Jennifer's Tigers. Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across the screen, bright topaz denizens of a world of green. They do not fear the men beneath the tree. They pace in sleek, chivalric certainty. Aunt Jennifer's fingers, fluttering through her wool, find even the ivory needle hard to pull. The massive weight of Uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. When Aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie, still ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. The tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing, proud and unafraid.
So, Adrian, it was interesting. Can you tell us about your life?
I don't have to, but I will. Well, I'm a feminist, okay? That's what my poem was about. The tigers represent the strong women who don't need men oppressing them, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And Aunt Jennifer, bless her soul, she was held captive by men. She didn't need to be. But her tigers, those beautiful tiger women, tigresses, will be free because they are women. Now, my life, I was married, okay? But I left my husband. You know why? Because he was a man. He was a man. After having 3 sons, my poetry began to change, okay? I started becoming more confrontational, more political, and definitely much more feminine. As you can see. I've become a feminist, obviously. Oh, but in 1970, my husband killed himself. Yep.
That's all we have today on Access Poetry. Thank you and good night. Thank God.